Hi everybody, welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, that's Jack over there.
Hello.
A little better on the allergies now, meds are kicking in. So today we're going to do one that's really simple. We can add a few different ways. We're going to do two different batches to kind of show you the difference in a couple of things of meat. So we're going to do what I guess in high society you could call it an untidy Joseph, or where we call it was a sloppy Joe. Let's get into it. So this is basically like three things. Like you're going to need some burger, you're going to get one of these manwich things. It's 2 pounds or 1 pound. This is the 2 pound one because we're going to do the two different batches we're talking about. So we're going to do one with ground turkey, ground beef, 1 or 2 pounds depending on the can, and some bread or bun.
Yep, buns are better, but bread's cheaper.
Bread is what we had growing up. And then everything else is just used to make it not taste like manwich. So you can dress it with onions, jalapeno slices, pickles, and then you can put whatever you want on it, like straight up garlic powder, onion powder if you don't have the onion sitting around. Seasoned salt, just about whatever you want. So, start off with, you just want to open this thing, and apparently to be smarter than a
You gotta pick
can
it up,
opener.
don't press down.
Yeah, which is weird. And I just back you and then get that open. Now, go over to the skillet. Again, medium high.
Now, this is 73% hamburger, so you don't really need to add any oil.
Oh, no.
It's going to be oily enough.
Because it's going to be bad greasy.
Yeah, grease.
I'll show you in a minute where it's going to build up. You're going to need to drain that out because nobody wants that kind of oily manwich that soaks right through the bread. Turns the bread back into dough. So this was defrosted 30 minutes beforehand by soaking it in some warm water to get it where it wasn't a frozen brick.
Yep.
I'd suggest having it defrosted beforehand to do that. So see, here's what I was telling you about, where it's the
grease will start to show up.
Will start to show up, yeah, and you're gonna want to take that out later.
You're gonna have to try and toss it around because you want it to cook.
So just put the meat on the metal, like what I'm talking about. Just make sure that pink stuff is touching there. Now, I took it and drained it.
Gotta get rid of some of that grease because it's way too much.
Once you get it, like I said, just keep moving it around. Break it up. You don't want great big chunks of hamburger in the thing. So just gotta mash it where you find the big chunks like this. Just not as fast as that because you end up slinging what little bacon or hamburger grease is in there. You just sling it all over the place.
Yeah, you don't want that hot grease flying. Kind of sucks.
And you see it, you're losing all the pink. It's starting to turn brown. This is what you want. You don't need to constantly do this. You can stir it, let it sit for a while. We're just showing you how we're manipulating it. See, all the pink's gone, starting to get brown. Then you take that manwich stuff. Like I said, we're only going to do half of it because this is the one that's for 2 pounds. This is 1 pound of hamburger. So we did half. Doesn't look like it's going to be a lot.
It really doesn't.
Right? And then just take it, mix it around.
It goes a long way. Much further
like
than I
something
thought.
out of a Tom Savini film, right? It's an 80s slasher stuff. But
yeah.
That guy got run through a wood chipper. Like, and you throw this all over the place.
Oh, that's horrible. I wouldn't want that.
He was probably dead first. Like, don't judge my movies. All right, and now we come over here. We're going to do the turkey. Now, this turkey, again, we thought it out beforehand. It doesn't look good. It's like pink slurry, like
goop. It's like a gel, like a meat gel substance.
Chicken nuggets out of it or something, right?
Yep.
But once you start cooking it, you'll see it acts just like a hamburger, and this is like supposed to be like super healthy, right? And you treat it just the same way. Keep stirring around. Put the meat on the metal. Make sure the pink.
It turns to a different shade of gray or brown. I don't know.
Right,
I can't tell.
It's turkey meat, so it turns like a white or gray color when it's cooked. It's like poultry. So you're not going to expect it to turn the dark gray and then the overly brown part like the hamburger does.
Yeah.
So just keep stirring it. Break down all the chunks. Same as we did the other one. Now this one, you don't need to put a lot of grease in it. You can to keep it from sticking. If that's a big problem, but it'll have enough moisture in it, whatever, you'll see like starting to build up underneath it where you don't really need to put a lot of grease. I think we put
like a tiny bit.
Yeah.
If even.
Like maybe 1/8 of a cup just to make sure it wasn't going to stick, and then all of a sudden, boom, all this moisture
it came out perfectly fine.
So I guess that's just an optional thing we did just to kind of cover ourselves and didn't need to.
Yeah.
What you can see is it starts to break down. Like I said, it looks just like hamburger. I've used this in like tacos instead of hamburger stuff. Tastes the same. That's fine.
I don't know. Like if I know turkey's in it, I can taste the difference. It's pretty crazy, especially when people try and use turkey to fill fill spaghetti. Yeah,
Never had that before.
I've caught people putting turkey and mixing it in with beef to make spaghetti.
Well, how'd you catch it? You said you only tasted it if you knew it was there.
I saw them doing it.
Oh, okay. So you did catch it. And then we just put the other half right in here. Again, Doesn't look like it's going to be much. Now, some people will put like the whole thing in there because they want sloppy
Yeah,
joes.
they want some manwich with their food.
Right? So it's just like a pink soup that breaks down in the bread and whatever because it's got way too much in it. But no, I use just what's on the directions, right? So it breaks down. Now, you can take onions and stuff and put it in here right before you add all that stuff, kind of break it down a little bit. We don't. So, bread. Now, this is how we did it at my house, right? You just take the 2 pieces of bread, you lay it out, get it, and put it right on top. It's like an open-faced sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Mostly because we didn't have a lot of bread. So everybody just got... It made you look like you're eating 2, but you're only eating like 2 halves. Right?
So you just eat it like that with a fork,
Right, and just
right?
take it with a fork. Like open face, so you don't have to pick it up. Doesn't get all over you. I think Dad just didn't want to do laundry.
Yeah, see, I've always had it where it's like a hamburger patty.
It's flipped over.
Manwich, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can dress it up with anything. But like again, this costs like maybe $5-6. It's fed us a few times. I just had one of the turkey ones myself. It was actually really good, super cheap, and really easy to do. All right, there you go. How to do sloppy joes. Big enough for everybody else, or small enough for this guy. This is Jack's kid, by the way. Little Ezra. He's staring at my head.
Yeah.
Because it's weird looking. So you can find us on YouTube Tuesdays and Fridays. You can catch us over on Instagram at Living Between, or on Facebook at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen there. You can find us on Pinterest. It's the same thing. Or over on Patreon. We very much appreciate everybody that helps us over there. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.